This is what it's like to stay in a cottage near a volcano in Hawaii. I'm Chris. This is the Curious Princess, and in this video, we're gonna show you around the Akaka Falls cottage at the Volcano Village Estates. All right, now we're gonna start inside here. This is the ground floor. We've got a table right here that can seat 5. There was that little window seat. Oh, they give you flashlights when you're here because really dark around. They say you'll want the flashlight to go around the property. Over here, there is a full-size refrigerator. If you order breakfast, then they provide breakfast that you can heat up the next day. We've got some breakfast burritos and a fruit plate up there. There is a full kitchen. We've got a microwave, a coffee machine, a stove, including a tea kettle, knives over there, utensils, like everything you need to cook. Sink right here. We've got glasses out this way where we've got all of our stuff. We've got a little patio that you can eat outside. As we come up to the mid area, this is where we have the bathroom in the room. There is one bathroom in this cottage and it's on this half floor. Yeah, the princess wants to point out there's like these cool glass handles. This is like a real historic feeling cottage. Bathtub, shower, skylight up on the top. All right, we're gonna go up this way. Oh, and soap up here. Okay, let's go up the staircase, princess. And the camera's gonna follow you up the staircase and I'll follow behind. Okay, that's a little carpeted in the center of the staircase. And then the princess is gonna take us into the first bedroom. Go into the first bedroom right there, princess. All right, in that first bedroom, we've got one twin bed in this cozy little room. This one window. There's an interesting kind of like carpet tapestry on the wall. Okay, princess, come into the living room over here. We're gonna show you the living room now. There is a big living area. And in this living area, we've got lots of sofas, lots of seating areas. So even though it sleeps 5, I feel like you can have a party with like 10 in here or something like that. There's a closet over here on the side, ironing board, some space heaters. There's a big space heater on the wall over there, an air purifier. Over here, we've got some really fluffy chairs. Yeah, like this kind of like Hawaiian plantation style for this table. There is this interesting secretary desk right here, which my mom has something like this at home to tell you the vintage of things like this. Okay, and then we've got this bedroom right here that has 2 twin beds in it. I want to point out, you don't see these in a lot of hotels anymore, so I give the Volcano Village Estates a +1 for still having robes in the room. All right, that's gonna bring up the Topher scale right here. And then finally, let's take you to the last part of the room, which is the master bedroom right here with the queen size bed in it. Kind of cool stained glass windows on the back. Yeah, the flowers. The hotel property is located just off Highway 18. This is the main ring road that goes around the island. It's a small little driveway with no signs that's easy to miss. Make sure you have your Google Maps or GPS on to get in there. It's also conveniently located to the volcano like town village. That's just down this road right here along Highway 18. And to get to the national park volcanoes is just a couple miles this way. Now at the Volcano Village Estates, they have more than just the one cottage we're in. They're really a set of cottages that they operate as a hotel, just a kind of unique boutique hotel. It's about a 2-mile drive from here to the entrance to the Volcano National Park, or 3 minutes if you're driving it on the road. The cottage we're in is this one right here. We've got like 3/4 of it. There's another unit that's here on the bottom floor on this side. I love the red trimming of these buildings, kind of reminiscent of the lava that's in the area due to the volcano. Their biggest, most grandest one right here is the Dillingham residence. This one is a really big unit. They've also got a few different hot tubs on the property. The one behind the Dillingham residence is open for all guests. And if you want a private hot tub, the Pineapple Cottage has its own hot tub, just for guests of that cottage. All right, well, now that we've seen everything around the hotel, it is time for the Topher review, where we're joined by, hey, hey, review time. We're joined by the Curious Princess and Topher, our traveling panda, who's gonna help us rate this hotel on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers. And so, Curious Princess, who is the voice of Topher today, how many Tophers does this hotel get? 4 tovers. All right, so now we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of why this hotel got 4 tovers. First, great location. The fact that it's just a 3-minute drive from the entrance to the national park. Fantastic, because you can go there at night, come back to the hotel, go there in the day, midday, come back to the hotel and rest. So that is great. Now, we certainly didn't stay in all the units here, but this one, the Akaka Falls, was really great for us as a party of 5. The fact that we had 3 different bedrooms, lots of living area, made it great to come back and have meals here, since the restaurants that are here don't really have maybe the best eating area, particularly the Thai place that we ate at. I think the staff that runs this place really cares. There's like a lot of touches that tell you it's a place that they actually care about the lodging. The beds all had electric blankets on them in case it was cold. And although when we got here it was kind of late, so the staff wasn't still here to check in, they chatted with us on text the whole time. And then for the second day that we were here, they texted us and said, hey, what do you need in your room? Do you need more towels? Do you need more water? Whatever you need. Also, it was nice that we got the rate that included breakfast in the room. So we had breakfast burritos the first day, and we've got French toast tomorrow. They put in the fridge and you microwave it. And so that was nice because there's not a lot of other breakfast options around here, frankly. Okay, well, so what are the cons? Well, the first con is definitely not cheap, but honestly, nothing in this volcano area is. The price of this particular unit was about $700 a night for the time that we were here in May. They may be saying, Chris, that seems expensive. Remember, it was 5 of us. We were comparing this to staying at the Volcano House in the National Park, which was $400 per room. We would have needed at least 2 rooms. And so we got actually a lot more here for less money than if we stayed at the Volcano House. And the same thing when we were just comparing to the other accommodations in the town of Volcano. It seemed like it ended up being a pretty good deal to get this cottage for us, and getting 1 room for all of us instead of 2 separate rooms that would have ended up costing more. Another con, it's definitely an older cottage, and with things that are older, there's just a lot of things that are like, I shouldn't say they're not perfectly clean because I didn't feel anything was dirty, but they're just like, it's gone through years and years of changes and upgrades, and so there's like rust and these things on the walls. You get the bugs because you're in the countryside. The one that really kind of like the biggest thing for us that probably dropped it down from any higher tovers was the bathroom. There's only 1 bathroom in this unit and the tub was slow. I think they fixed it today because we let them know, but 2, the shower, like just kind of like water everywhere. The Curious Princess, after she took her first shower, she was like, this hotel gets 1 tover.
The shower is way bigger than the space under my head.
Because of her experience taking the first shower with just water everywhere. We definitely love the handheld to make it easier to shower. The kiddos with us. Princess, what do you think about this cottage? All right. She liked it, 2 thumbs up. So on the question of would we stay here again, we absolutely would, coming to the Volcano National Park. If you're comparing this between other things that we were wondering before we stayed, is we're like in Volcano, is there a location better than another? Like by staying here, because on the other side of the freeway from the Volcano Village freeway, other side of the highway from the rest of the Volcano Village, are we missing things? And the answer is no. The town of Volcano, really tiny. It's got like just a few shops and like a couple small gas stations. If you're staying on that side in like the actual village proper, you're not gonna be walking anywhere. You're driving everywhere here, and everything in this town is 3 minutes away. The only one that you might like really consider is to stay at that one in the national park, because from it you can actually get rooms that have views into the crater, but I'll happily take the much nicer accommodation 3 minutes away rather than the kind of like old crummy accommodation in the park itself. So our basis for comparison on this rating is, having been to a number of national parks, we never find the lodging in most national parks or even near most national parks to be that great. Like the Grand Canyon, pretty much all the hotels that are in the Grand Canyon are fairly on the crummy side. So the fact that you can get a nice hotel here that is 3 minutes from the entrance, we think is pretty fantastic. But fellow explorers, we are always looking for great national park hotels in or around. So if you've got some that we've missed or something that you recommend, please leave a comment in the description below. If your travels are bringing you to the Big Island and you want to check out some of our other videos, you'll find links on the screen, including our review of the Grand Nanaloa, which is in Hilo. That's another option to visit the park because it's just a 45-minute drive away. And as usual, we won't say goodbye because we'll see you in the next video. Mahalo.